And we are now recording. You are live on Solly's vlog. This is my first ever vlog. I recorded myself, so this year when all of the clubs start shutting down because of the pandemic or plandemic, however you want to call it, I'll be nice. This is my first vlog. I started live streaming. I would play some of my DJ sets on Facebook Live, Twitch, Periscope, Mixcloud. There's a couple other platforms. Play DJ TV is a new one. And I just kind of started experimenting. There's a couple of guys I listen to that do podcasts. Pat Flynn, Gary V, and Sean Connell with Think Media. And I've gotten a lot of good ideas about how to do a podcast, how to do a vlog, how to still keep all my DJ content relevant to what I'm doing. So that's what I'm working on. I decided to do a little bit of music in the background so it's not so mundane and boring at first. But I have the option of I can just take my voice and listen to that totally, and I can take out the rest of everything else. And it's kind of important when doing audio. I've put out probably about 500 or 600 mixes in the last 4 years. So that's about 3 a day. Sometimes ranging anywhere from about 25 minutes to 2 hours. I find that when you do mixes, depending on the genre of music, if it's electronic music, it's a little bit different. But when you do 2 or 3 hours of music, the average listener does not have that much time to listen to that much content. The average person, I would say, is about 25 to 35 minutes. So most of my personal mixes that I do every week, which are just kind of like open format, you know, the 765 podcast, Mixtape Monday, Sunday Vibes that comes out every week. Those are all open format, but I keep them between 25 to 35 minutes. Sometimes I go a little bit longer, just depending on my playlist or what I want to fit in this week's episode. But I keep them at a certain length so people will listen to all of it. You know, I mean, I've had mixes uploaded on Mixcloud that have, you know, 50, 60 plays, and it's a 3-hour mix. And then I have some mixes that are 45 minutes and they have 400 plays, and that's because it's shorter. So with me making long-term audio or long-form audio and video and doing things like vlogs, podcasts where I can interview people, still doing my live streaming with DJing, which is why I have Solly's World right here on the bottom of my screen. I'm just kind of experimenting with stuff. There's a lot of things to learn, and the reason why I want to do a vlog is because I want people to watch kind of how I learn something different every day. If I'm really posting 2 YouTube videos a day, I should be learning something. The audio should be different. You know, B-roll with the photography stuff. Like, I'm in Seattle right now. I've taken a couple of good pictures, and I've actually added some video and other things that I'm probably going to chop up and put in future vlogs. Just kind of trying some things out, because this is something that I totally do not know how to do, but it's a start, you know. And the cool thing is I can do this and upload it straight to YouTube, no problems. You know, I've had to do a little bit of adjusting on some things right here, but that's pretty much it. This is something that I intend to do every single day. You know, right now I'm close to 5 minutes on this. And I know if I do videos that are going to be between 7 to 10 minutes every day, and then do another video that's going to be like 30 or 40 minutes, like let's say a podcast, Solly's podcast is a little bit different because I'm interviewing people in my industry. So that's going to be a different time frame. I would probably say it's going to be close to 30 minutes to an hour. It just depends on the subject matter. There's a lot of things that I want to talk to people about. So that's something else that I want to look at too. Another thing that I want to really look at is I want to look at the possibility of explaining to people why I use the software I use. Like, I don't traditionally use OBS. I use Ecamm Live because Ecamm Live makes everything easier to do all your editing and your recording for video. It definitely makes it a lot easier. Like right now, I can post this to YouTube or to Facebook and I can get people to comment. You know, that's kind of the nice thing. And that's kind of why I want to do a live stream on New Year's. Just put together some music, let people take a listen to it. There's a lot of good stuff on YouTube that you can do. But the best thing is, and I've learned this from Gary Vee and other people who are successful at YouTube, the best thing to do is to dive in because there's no need to be scared. I mean, at first I was nervous when I did my first mixtape and posted it online. Like, you could tell I was nervous, but you could tell I put a lot of work into it. And then I started doing the mix every week. I'd get together 20 or 30 songs and just put it together. But now I do that 2 or 3 times a day. You know, I don't have anything planned for New Year's yet, but I do know that there's a possibility that I can throw together probably 50 to 100 songs just to remind us of 2020. And that'll definitely keep people going, especially people back at home. I mean, a lot of places aren't open on New Year's, so if you're a DJ and you're not live streaming going into 2021, I gotta kind of wonder what you're thinking about. I mean, I kind of hope my roommate is live streaming tonight because this is the night to do it. I'm just saying. But see, I like these beats. They're really laid back. They're stream free, royalty free. It's just to get something started. That way you have music in the background and it's something that's like, man, I never hear him play this, but it's something laid back. Now, when I have a guest, we'll probably choose certain types of music depending on the subject or something like that. But there's a lot that goes into making a podcast. It really is. And there's a lot that goes into making a vlog. But this is Solly's vlog. This is my first ever vlog. I've done some little videos right here in downtown Seattle, and I'm gonna probably post those. I guarantee you probably between now and the first month of January, I'll have like 150 videos up on YouTube because there's all kinds of clips and things that I can do. The other cool thing about YouTube is it's a way for you to advertise your brand. So there's a lot of cool things to learn. Kind of showing off my sweater. It says Oregon. That is a dispensary in the state of Oregon that I've been to. The West Coast, it's a little bit different out here than the Midwest. See, right now we're at 9 minutes and 15 seconds. So the nice thing about recording is you don't have to make your videos and your podcasts very long. And that's kind of like, you know, one of the things that I kind of want to definitely take an emphasis on. Like right now I'm trying to adjust myself on the camera and like take out the background, but this is where having a green screen comes in. I'm just using the camera that's on my MacBook Pro, which is 720p, but this is kind of how I have everything set up. So this gives you kind of a look at how Solly's vlog will be. Obviously when I get back home to Indiana, I'll probably have a different setup. But this is kind of the premise. I got a new mic stand from Guitar Center. So I'm excited about that because now I can do interviews with somebody in the same room and I can have 2 different mic setups, which something is I plan to do in the near future. Kind of listening for the next track. It's very quiet. Well, let's see here. Here we go. Sometimes the fade time on Spotify is very, takes a while. But I like this music because it's very peaceful and laid back. And so you focus a little bit on the music and then you focus a little bit on my voice. And that's kind of what the game plan is I'm going for. But doing a vlog is not easy, but I can tell you, I can probably do 2 or 3 videos every single day for about 15 to 20 minutes and do a podcast every day for half an hour and just sit here and talk and interview people and just come up with 7 questions. You know, I think if you come up with just a handful of questions and say, okay, what do you think about all of the restrictions during this pandemic? Or how do you think this will affect the service industry? Those are topics that I'm going to look at and do in my podcast. My vlog is going to basically give you kind of an inside look at my life as a DJ, learning new things because my industry is kind of taking a back seat to society. So I kind of have to learn things a little bit differently. You know, it would be awesome to live out on the Pacific Northwest. I'm not going to lie. And just do my vlogs, do my YouTube, and do other stuff, have sponsors, you know, get a chance to play at different clubs. And that's a very good possibility. You kind of have to think globally right now in today's economy with the pandemic. There's a lot going on and it's a lot for people to process. So the one thing that I could tell you is just make sure you have faith in yourself. You know, I'm using some above average software to record this, and I got music playing, streaming from an iPad that's royalty free. I mean, I basically can put this on Facebook and just put it up. And that's kind of what I'm going to start doing, is doing things a little bit different. I'm just recording this one way. I'm not recording this any other way. But this is just a random video that I'm recording. But I can record on the Rodecaster. And that's kind of the nice thing. That's kind of what I envisioned for the Tuesday podcast. It was all about gear, but now I know a little bit about the video and kind of bringing the software side of things into it. I am going to show how I edit my mixtapes, things like that. There's a lot of things I want to cover, but I think if you do something daily and you just start to try ideas, and obviously some ideas that you put together for a video will be viewed more than others. It just depends, you know. I think you can put up a 30-second video every day and that would be enough, because people only have so much of an attention span. Like right now I'm at 14 minutes on my first video. There's a lot of things that I want to start recording, but the fact is I kind of have all the right traveling components to record anywhere. My goal in 2021 is to get a little bit better at my camera game. I want to do something as far as getting like a webcam and a couple other things without using too much of my memory on my laptop, because I only have so many ways that I can plug things in. But that's why I'm learning Rekordbox and Denon Engine Prime, some other different DJ softwares, and there's just a lot of different things I think from the technology side of DJing that people will be interested in. And also the fact of me just diving into a podcast. You know, my current podcast library is pretty much all music, but as of January 1st, that will start to change because it will actually be Solly's podcast, and it's something that I'll probably do ever so many couple of days, and I'll just record it on my Rodecaster, process it, and send it up to the cloud and go from there. And that's kind of the thing that I like to do. The reason why I'm able to record so much content on a daily basis is I have certain things set up so it's easy. It's not hard for me, especially during the pandemic when I'm not at the club, to record, 2 or 3 hours of audio and video a day. I have definitely enough hard drive space, and my computer is not too slow where I can't do most of that. So, but obviously, you do have to invest in bigger things when you start getting into video. You have to have a faster computer. And those are things that, I'm looking at. Right now, we're at 16 minutes. So I'm going to say, don't forget to click like and subscribe to Solly's vlog and Solly's podcast.